payback after dropping the last one. They play each other just twice this season, and they certainly do not want to be swept.
No, you never want to lose both games of a season series. They should have plenty of motivation to win this one tonight.
And Vucevic throws it down.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
And, Coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, a big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And, look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
To the wing right side. Here's Nash. Markkanen trying to break loose. Off on the layup. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And that one's good. Daniels.
And Daniels makes sure to capitalize on that easy scoring opportunity.
Nash outside. Pass to Markkanen. The jump hook. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
Steve Nash.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Reza Shea in the corner. Sinks the triple.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Reza Shea looking like a polished shooter already.
Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter. And he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Wagner with it. He's picked up by Reza Shea. Bounce pass, Halliburton. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Pelicans trail. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And here's Halliburton after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Reza Shea with it. Back to Halliburton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's New Orleans with it. They trail by 1. From downtown, gets the three-pointer to fall. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Sensabaugh. Nash with it. And guarded by Capella. Out left to the wing. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Here's Halliburton. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pelicans leading by 4. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Reza Shea wide open. Back to Halliburton. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
The defense will take that miscommunication Not even close.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. There's the three. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. From past the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so the first quarter's in the books. Pelicans lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment.
14.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Mitchell outside. Fires from deep. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Here's Topic. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
To the paint. Here's Wagner. Back to Mitchell. To the middle. And finished off by Wagner.
Yeah, good play, good execution, and Wagner puts on the finishing touch.
And Okongwu has it in the corner. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Mitchell. Rebound, Atlanta. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Good awareness from Daniels there to read the floor and see the ready scorer.
Back to Markkanen. Now, Vucevic. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Okongwu grabs the board.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
The Hawks trailed by 3. Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
So both teams changing it up here. And so here is New Orleans. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Pass to Sensabaugh. Mitchell with it. There's the pick. Shoots over man. It's deflected. The finish. And Halliburton slams it in.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Mitchell outside. Down low. And that time, also a missed shot. The Hawks leading. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And a wide open look for Porter. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. .44 seconds left here in the second. Reza Shea in the corner. Halliburton outside. Right wing. Here's Capella. And here's Halliburton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, great job by Halliburton. Recognize the D being a little too aggressive there.
It's his first trip to the line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Drains the 19-footer.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And thus far, really not their year when you talk about free throw shooting. Only around a 70% clip on the season.
Halliburton hits them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Nash outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead, up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Inside. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
So, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
And while we've got him over, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Aldama. Back to Nash. Now Eldama. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Rizachet's got 5 now.
And as he gets more experience in the league, Rizachet will improve the attack.
Here's Vucevic. And the Pelicans miss again. Atlanta with the ball. A 2-point game. Pass to Rizachet for 3. Pelicans pull it in. Nash outside. Vucevic with it. Over Okongwu. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. From deep three-point land. He can't hit that time. Here's New Orleans, trailing by 2. There's a screen by Eldama. To the wing on the left. Thompson for 3. Thompson from way outside.
With his strong shot mechanics, these long-range shots tend to look easy for Thompson.
And then Johnson with the dunk. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Caldwell Pope left side. Pass to Thompson. There's a screen by Eldama. Lock at 6. To the inside. Johnson with the rebound. A tight game here in Atlanta. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Okongwu slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. 1:11 left to play in the third. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to Caldwell Pope. Here's Sensabaugh. Nothing on the board. To the paint. And the layup is good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now Rizachet. No good on the 3.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Hawks. 3-point lead. Pass to Capella. 3-pointer, Daniels. And that one is off. Thompson in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Now, here's Capella. Daniels with it. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. This one for 3. And that one's good. Rizachet's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball in.
43. The Pelicans.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Atlanta leading by 6. Halliburton outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. Fires for 3. Johnson with the rebound.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Back to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Nash. Picked by Vucevic. Here's the three. And Steve Nash with the three.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Over to the left wing. A good look from Rizachet. Nice open look, but it's no good. Wagner on the wing. Misses the three. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Back to Okongwu. Halliburton with it. Shot clock at 5. Johnson outside. Back to Okongwu. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Pelicans trailed by 7. Pass to Wagner. From outside, off the mark.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Back to Halliburton. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the break. Pulls up for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Atlanta again missing. On the wing, Markkanen. Inside. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
Well, they needed someone to step up there, and it's Markkanen who answers the call.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Picked by Markkanen. Wagner with it. He's picked up by Rizachet. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Wagner has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Rizachet.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Rizachet thrives in that role.
Timeout called Pelicans. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear New Orleans' coach going over their plan during the break. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, where they just jump at it.
For 3, Mitchell. Outside, Markkanen. Wagner wide open. Pass to Mitchell. New Orleans moving the ball around. Down low. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
The leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Vucevic. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Hawks.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Halliburton outside. Shoots. And it's Rizachet missing.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And Markkanen throws it down.
And the defense so concerned with Mitchell in the two-man game. That opens things up for others. Nice find.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're behind by 8. Guys, what's your take?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so the Hawks take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.